Anyway, did you sign in?
I'm trying, there's no pen.
Oh, geez.
I'll get you a pen.
No, Chris is getting it.
Oh, he's got it, alright.
Yeah, he knows how to steal.
I procured it.
Same word.
Well, I got your pen as well. Oh, okay. You wanna watch me, I'll take it.
$575 for the dumpster.
Hot dogs, hot dogs.
Still less than a third of what we paid there, so.
I would allow that.
He's not here now.
Power, traffic, that's not
Huh? Up and running? Yeah. We gotta take a bunch of pictures and Google it. Pictures are setting it up. How are you, sir? Chris, how you doing? Good, you?
So you notice I put
Oh,
that.
no, I hadn't. Yeah, there were so many other things talking about. Oh, okay, yeah. Perfect, okay, hey, terrific. I'm glad to see Tracy tonight. She was feeling under the weather this morning.
Hey, Scott, hey, John, so how are you?
Okay,
How's
thanks,
everybody?
Andy.
Yep. All right, let's get started. We can get out of here.
All right.
Hello, Donna.
Hello,
Thanks for joining us.
on the right night.
Right? All right, it is 7 o'clock. Meeting comes to order. It is 7 o'clock, April 9th, 2018. Thanks, council. The weekend was great. Roll call, please.
Michael Hammond.
Here.
Scott Canal.
Here.
Tracy Stokes. Here. Bob Waller.
Here.
Mike Hewitt.
Here.
John Curtis. Jason Siegel.
Here.
All right, please stand with us for the pledge of the allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. We have an agenda in front of us.
Move to approve the agenda.
Wait a minute.
Whoa, he's there.
You do want to get done, right, Tracy?
Yeah.
We are going to have a couple of amendments tonight. One is going to be the ordinance reading 21 of the small cell tower. We're going to table that until July 9th. Okay. And also we're going to table the 2 HPRCs. We got one, we had 8s in our packet. We're going to table the 2 applicants for the HPRC for now.
Okay.
Till further notice. Okay. With those, now.
I move to approve the agenda for the April 9th, 2018 meeting as
Second.
agended.
Oh, sorry.
Everybody's.
They're learning.
You set the mood, but I'm just gonna say I started.
All right, we have a motion, a second on the table. Any discussion?
0.
All right. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We'll move on. Does anybody feel they have a conflict of interest with our agenda tonight?
Only if it moves slow.
Everybody's on board.
Now we need to move to the minutes. Do I have a motion?
What about the approval of the grants? Or we have a conflict of interest with those at all?
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, you probably, with the city administrators, yes. Probably all 3 of us.
Well, I guess it depends on which. So we will, if it's our project, we'll recuse ourselves. Okay. That makes sense?
Are we,
For the
are we doing
motion,
those
they are grouped all
individually?
together, so if you wanted to separate those out, I could certainly
Yeah,
do that.
we'll separate them out. I think that'd be a good idea. Good catch. Okay, we do know those conflicts of interest. All right, approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve the minutes from the regular meeting on March 26, 2018.
Do I have a second? Motion and a second on the table. Discussion. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll move to the bills. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve bills to April 9th, 2018.
Do I have a second? A second. Motion and a second. Discussion. Jason, what do you got for us?
First page, second line, American Civil Constructors 1% tax fund. Is that for Soda Creek?
That is for
Old miners.
Okay, miners.
Okay.
AOK Auto Clinic transmission and transfer case for $31.89.
That was one of our pickups.
Was that something that was an unexpected
It
expense?
was an unexpected expense, yes.
Which truck was that?
That's the truck that, Streets uses, Brad and Brett drive all the
Did
time.
you say screech?
Just your dad.
Streets. Screech.
All right. Anything else?
I have one. The
What
driver mirror for the Sierra,
What's the,
Stevenson Chevrolet,
what's the
page
page?
8. Is that a dual invoice, or does the driver mirror actually come off twice?
Where's it at? Page 8?
Page 8?
I think it's probably just one's coming out of, half's coming out of water, half's coming out of wastewater.
The departments, we share departments, water and wastewater, so split time and things like that, so. And if you look over here, Mike, well, they come out of the same account.
No, 51 and 52.
51 and 52.
Yep, that's right, I see it. So that just
The
tells
first
the
notice
difference
is
between all
zero.
count.
Oh, I see it now.
All right.
Okay.
That's all I had.
How about the change oil and lube for 298.11 and 298.10?
What page?
That's the first page.
Full changes?
Same thing, just split half and half, and there's an extra cent, so we can put it on water.
Is it $298 though, or?
We had, I wanna say, we did 2 or 3 vehicles for that, but it's split half and half.
That was bearings or something.
So the total was like 800. Yeah, we had a bearing on one of the tires on one of our trucks, but it didn't say that, but that's probably part of that same bill.
Okay, anybody have anything else?
So we got, oh wait, where was it? Page 7, 4th of July entertainment, 1,000. Is that sound production, I'm assuming?
Page 7, you said?
Page 7, yeah, first, the second line.
Is that part of a deposit or something, Andy? $1,000?
Neighborhood Productions?
Yeah.
Yes, that's, probably a down payment or deposit on, entertainment.
For the 4th of July.
Yeah, and there's a payment for the sound system,
Okay,
and I'm not sure if that's what that's for, or if it's one of the deposits for one of the bands.
okay.
I'm not exactly sure on that.
That's all I have.
All right, do we have anything else? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Michael Hellman?
Yes.
Jeff Now?
Yes.
Tracy Smith? Yes. Bob Boland?
Yes.
Mike Buick?
Yes.
John Curtis?
Yes.
Jason Siegel?
Yes.
All right, unscheduled public comment?
Hi,
Oh, that would be you, Donna, come on up.
it would be.
How are you?
I'm fine.
It's good to see you.
Back walking. Couple of you here probably don't know about the Mayors and Commissioners Youth Board. Just a couple. What the Mayors and Commissioners Youth Board is, we recognize kids who have some adversities in their life. And they're hard adversities, I gotta admit, they're really hard. I wouldn't want any one of them as an adult, let alone as a kid. But these kids have chosen to take the high road and not only benefit themselves, but they benefit their other kids around themselves, their families, and their whole community. So in October, I send out nominations to the school, to the counselors, to anybody, can nominate a kid that they see doing good. And so we got 9 responses this year. 2 of them are from Idaho Springs. 2 are from the Evergreen area. 2 are from, I take that back, 3 are from Georgetown, 1 is from Empire, and 2 in the Evergreen, yep. Does that add up to 9? Because math is not my strong suit. Somewhere in there, there's 9 kids. So I always come, and even though you've told me before that I don't need to come, that you just put me in your budget, I never ever want you to think that I take it for granted, that you are always very kind and generous to us. So I've written out kind of a letter of thank you with a blank in the dollar amount. So you guys can just fill it out to whatever you like. It can be a 0, but you guys never have done that. I know dollars are getting short here, and we fully understand. So what they do, we give the kids a dinner, we give them, and you're not allowed to tell anybody you know this, we give them laptop computer with printer and a $500 scholarship that they can use at any time, because these kids are from 13 to 19 years old. So if we get a 13-year-old nominated, when he's ready to go to college or junior college or the community college, he can bring his certificate back in and we'll pay $500 toward his education. So it's a really worthwhile program, and I hope that we can keep it going in the county through all the times that we're having right now. But, you know, it's good. These kids just are amazing. They truly are. They benefit us a great deal, and anything we can do to get them to come back and continue to benefit us would be great. I got a phone call from a mom today saying that her son had gotten this award. She couldn't remember if it was 4 or 5 years ago, and now he's up at UNC and wants to use his scholarship. So they do come back. It may not be immediate, but they do come back. And so, right?
And I'll just say that I've been for this for the last 4 years, and I feel part of it this next year as well, and it's well worth it. I mean, just to recognize these kids and some of the testimony that the counselors or teachers or others have given through these events, it's just amazing. And I'm fortunate enough that with my kids in school, I know some of these kids, and I kind of know, you know, in the background of what they've been going through, and just to hear their story and how they've come along and beat the odds. And
there's no reason on earth that they took the turn they did. They could very well have gone another direction, and there's really no reason that they did what they did. Sometimes they just go, no, not me. And
I think all of us get a little emotional at them, especially.
No, I don't. I don't.
But that's good.
I do
That just
not
shows
cry.
how much you care, Donna.
I do not.
And we really appreciate that.
Well, thank
so
you.
thank you for coming back to us, and we do have a spot in the budget for it. So
Thank you.
we'll take care of it. Anybody else have any questions for Donna?
Thank you.
Actually, well, yeah, just one, just in terms of number of kids that have applied, is any trend getting a little larger? It sounds like it.
Oh, you mean how many get
More per
nominated
year,
or?
Yeah, the kids don't apply; they're nominated.
They're
by
nominated,
people.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, how has the nomination number gone? It's been relatively steady.
It's been pretty steady at 8 and 9 for the last 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Our largest year was 12 kids, and boy, there wasn't no dry eye in the place with those 12. I mean, they were really, it just amazes me what these kids sometimes live through, or have lived through, or are living through, stuff I wouldn't want to do. And they're just strong kids, and they not only pick themselves up, but they take their friends with them, you know, and become inspirations to their friends. It's an amazing program that these kids get recognized.
Good.
And if council wants to join, council's never come. We've always opened up the opportunity that if you'd like to join us for the event, it's usually on a Sunday night.
It's April 29th, 5 o'clock. You just gotta let me know, and let me know what you wanna eat.
How many people run your organization?
Me. But the commissioners are, you know, when we do our budget, they always give me a budget with the understanding that I will try very hard to raise some money to kind of offset that budget. And so I've been running about 50% right now that I can generally raise in the community. So, but it's a good evening to have.
All right,
And
thanks,
it's
Donna.
just kind of my favorite part of my job. A lot of my job, you know, you just do your job. This is just such a gratification and reward that, you know, it's my favorite part.
It's been great to be a part of it. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Donna. All right, let's move on. Public comment. We're tabling this, as I asked. We'll move down to the resolution number 4. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve resolution number 4, series 2018. A resolution adopting an amended compensation plan for employees and officers of the city.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. I just wanna kinda clarify what this is about, because what it says is compensation plan, which would initially think that we're changing people's pay. It doesn't have anything to do with that. There were some, things that the records tech needed to have added to their job description, and part of the compensation plan is job descriptions.
Right.
So this is what this is about. It's in Chief's department, the two records techs that needed some things changed in.
Okay.
So, not any more money,
Just,
but
just updating their essential duties and
And
responsibilities.
there's elements that the state wants in there,
Oh, I see.
so that's primarily where the changes come from.
Does it really change their functionality?
No, no.
Okay.
okay. Any more questions?
Are you required to do background checks when you hire people, chief, or?
Yes.
All right, any more questions? Roll call?
Heather Helen?
Yes.
Scott Canal?
Yes.
Lisa Stokes? Yes. Bob Boland?
Yes.
Mike Buick?
Yes.
John Curtis?
Yes.
Jason Segel?
Yes.
All right, and as we discussed, we're gonna move that, ordinance reading number 21 to July 9th is our new, date to discuss that. And we'll move down to city administrator.
Mayor and council, you have my report before you with 3 requests for action, please.
All right, before we get into the request, does anybody have any questions for Andy?
Oh, I think I did. Oh, the periodic city-county coordination meeting, what's that all about?
The mayor and commissioners get together, historically have gotten together more or less quarterly.
Okay.
But there's been so much going on in the city here that we wanted to get together with the staff, key staff of the county, just to coordinate some of the projects we're working on
Okay.
together. It's everything from the clinic to from the road projects,
Road
and things that overlap with
I
the
see.
county. We had a big list this last time, didn't we? There
Yeah,
were
we had a
about
pretty good
dozen
list
things.
last time. We usually meet here, they come up here and meet with us here, and it's just kind of a brain dumping and,
Yeah.
you know, just discussing the things that are going on at the county level, that we make some changes up there, and also what we're doing here, just so they, if somebody calls up there and asks questions that goes on in the city, they'll kind of have some idea where to direct them or have the answer for them, so kind of stuff. It's been a really good thing for us to do that, and I think it's been very advantageous to us, keeping up with what's going on up there.
Cool.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve and authorize the mayor to sign grant agreement with Colorado Parks and Wildlife to fund West Idaho Springs segment of Clear Creek County Greatway Trail in the amount of $400,000.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. On the table, discussion.
Yeah, I see you're not gonna have horses on the trail.
Do I?
No horses on the trail?
On the,
Greenway
on the
Trail?
Greenway?
It's not marked in here, wherever that's at.
No.
Exhibit A, you don't have the equestrian mark. I was curious if the county wasn't gonna allow horses on the trail.
No, I have not heard that we were allowing horses on.
Who's gonna pick up horse too?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's certainly not motorized.
It's not motorized.
So, I don't know.
Because there's been some question about that on the
See it any?
Virginia Canyon open space.
I don't know, I'm just asking.
That's a good question.
On the Virginia Canyon open space, there's been some questions if we wanted to allow horses up there as well. To make, for instance, I went out to
I mean, there's probably
Garden of the
more
Gods.
there's gonna be a
They
horse.
got off on a trail where the horses were allowed, and you couldn't even walk. It was a mess. So I guess I didn't see that. Is there a
Well, this would
checklist?
lay out
It's Exhibit A, Mayor.
the details of the
Exhibit A.
actual greenway. This is just the agreement.
Just curious.
Well, this is, all we're authorizing is for me to sign the grant.
So maybe we should look into that whole equestrian access, if that's in the Greenway Authority, overall plan or what?
I mean, what kind of a burden, I mean, at this point, we're still establishing maintenance.
Yeah.
for our section, so, I mean, there's a lot of areas that are less attended than what's gonna be coming through the city. And I'm imagining that's gonna increase maintenance just an
I mean, is
astronomical amount.
Is it typical, maybe Chief, you might know this, is it typical to have a paved equestrian trail?
No,
Okay.
and actually, some of you might know I was over the mounted unit in
Yeah.
Austin. Horseshoes and wet cement or asphalt are not a winning combination,
Okay.
so, you know, I would recommend against it.
I
Yeah.
don't know why they don't have inline skating marked too, but that's here and there on this. We'll have to take a look at what we're gonna allow on it. I think that all we're really trying to approve is me signing the grant.
Right. Inline skating is not sure.
I think the other.
Oh, one thing I noticed is that they still have Randall Navarro listed as primary partner information.
Yeah, this grant was initially done way back. I mean, this is almost a year in the making, and it's been, unlike GOCO, Colorado Parks and Wildlife, it takes a lot longer to get grants through. They had some staff changes, so.
Do we need to update that before we have him sign it?
I asked about that, and the answer was no. It's best
Okay.
to leave it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then, but I'm the point of contact now that
Okay.
Randall's off. I'm the point of contact for
Perfect.
grants. So
Perfect.
at least with their records, but not
Right.
not in this original.
Okay,
package.
okay. Perfect.
Good catch, John. All right, any more questions? Roll call?
Michael Hellman?
Yes.
Scott Canal?
Yes.
Tracy Stokes?
Yes.
Bob Boland?
Yes.
Mike Buick?
Yes.
John Curtis?
Yes.
Jason Siegel?
Yes.
All right, we will move on to, the awards of the East End Grant, mini grants. And we'll do them by, why don't I make the motion, we can do a consent on the ones that we don't have any interest in, the council members, and then we'll do individually the rest of them. So I make a motion to approve the, mini grants for the Paradise Motel for $2,500, Picky's Pizza for $22.75, 6 and 40 Motel for $2,500, the Heritage Center for $23.75, and which one?
And that's it.
And that's it. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, roll call.
Michael Hellman?
Yes.
Scott Canal?
Yes.
Tracy Stokes?
Yes.
Bob Boland?
Yes.
Mike Buick?
Yes.
John Curtis?
Yes.
Jason Siegel?
Yes.
And I can make the motion, I just won't vote. I make a motion to approve the Wildfire Restaurant for $2,500 mini grant. Do I have a second? Second. Discussion, roll call.
Michael Hellman?
Recuse myself?
Scott Canal? Tracy
Yes.
Stokes?
Yes.
Bob Boland?
Yes.
Mike Buick?
Yes.
John Curtis?
Yes.
Jason Siegel?
Yes.
I make a motion to approve Mountain Moonshine for $2,500 for the mini grant program. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Michael Hellman?
Yes.
Scott Canal?
Recuse myself.
Tracy Stokes?
Yes.
Bob Boland?
Yes.
Mike Buick?
Yes.
John Curtis?
Yes.
Jason Siegel?
Yes.
I make a motion to approve Agate LTD for $2,500 for the East End mini grant. Do I have a second?
Second.
I think I should recuse myself since
Because
I'm
you're the
a
property owner? Gotcha. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Motion is second, discussion, roll call.
Michael Hellman?
Yes.
Scott Canal?
Recuse myself.
Tracy Stokes?
Yes.
Bob Boland?
Yes.
Mike Buick?
Yes.
John Curtis?
Yes.
Jason Siegel?
Recuse.
All right, that's all of them.
Have we followed up with those other 2 or 3 that?
I have not been able to talk to, the yards yet,
Okay.
so I will get over there and get that in the next day or so.
I know Jonathan is following up on a couple of them as well.
Cool.
We hope to bring that back in another week or 2 to council,
Okay.
follow up
Excellent.
on those and make a decision one way or the other.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
We have another motion that we need.
I'll move to approve the $200 donation to the annual after prom party for Clear Creek High School on the at the rec center on May 5th, 2018.
Do I have a second? Second. Motion and second on the table, discussion?
Since my wife is on the committee and my son's a junior, that doesn't appear on the list.
Just means you have to go.
For the cleanup afterwards.
That's early in the
You're
morning.
gonna stain cars and go outside, make sure nobody leaves.
Done those before, planned all night.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we've got a motion and a second on the table. Any more discussion? Roll call?
Michael Hillman.
Yes.
Scott Pennell.
Yes.
Tracy Stokes.
Yes.
Bob Boland.
Yes.
Mike Buick.
Yes.
John Curtis.
Yes.
Jason Siegel.
Yes.
Alright, motion passes. City clerk?
Mayor and council, I just have my staff report for you.
Alright.
With no request for action, and as usual, the sales tax numbers came in this
And
morning.
looks like we're up a little bit, so that's good.
Yeah.
We're up about 13 grand. That makes up for a little bit of the loss from last month, but for the year, we're up. It's great. And, yeah. Any questions about that for Diane?
Yeah, sales tax segment for downtown.
That will be something that Diane will resubmit to me. We did it some years ago when we did our downtown business district forum. Those kind of questions are gonna come up when we start talking about the parking structure and things like that. So she can do that. It's just, we don't keep up with that.
There's certain things that affect it, and I think the East End development's definitely affecting that East End this year.
Okay, any more questions for Diane? Chief, you're up.
Mayor and council, I'll refer you to my report, no request for action.
All right, any questions for the chief? Okay,
Not at all.
thanks, chief. Public works, streets, parks.
Mayor and council, I'll refer to my staff report with no request for action.
Any questions for John? Where's the
Street sweeper still coming?
Yeah.
It's being built.
Oh, custom build.
You gonna start the roundabout soon? You're getting close to it, aren't you?
Yeah, they have the, concrete footers in there, and they have most of the wood delivered, so they should start on it. I think
They had a problem with their crane, it broke down, so they had to reschedule it, but it's scheduled for tomorrow. The crane will be out here to start setting on them, and they think a couple of weeks it'll be done.
What are they gonna have to do for traffic mitigation while they set that stuff up? They're gonna cause some disturbance?
They haven't asked me for any assistance on that, and I'm in real close contact with Scott, and he hasn't for asking
That's a
anything.
really good question. Yeah.
What about you, chief? Have you heard from them at all?
I haven't heard anything, I don't know what size crane they're bringing, but they were able to get the cement mixers.
Yeah, they've got a cement mixer in there already, and
Yeah, without any impact other than they put some barricades up to protect the ramp that they.
Right. I saw the barricades.
Guess what I'm wondering, the vertical posts on that head frame, it looks like that they're gonna be, within the radius of falling over onto the road, when I realize it's pretty much on the north side, and that might be something to look at.
yeah, I'll be out there first thing in the morning with them, so if we need
I was
somebody to
surprised
direct
with those
traffic.
footers were.
Okay, that's a good call. Didn't think about that. Okay, we will check on it.
Is the asphalting scheduled for the East End?
So, yes, we have our special day. That's what we call it now. We don't call it the P word, because when we say that, it rains and snows. So, Monday, as the weather continues to get nice and warm up, they're supposed to start doing the whole week of paving.
Where are they gonna start? From the Shell station, you think?
No, I think they're gonna tie right there at, East Minor, right?
Yeah, wherever the.
And if you remember,
Yeah.
on the north side, on the south side, it's already been, had the bottom lift put on.
Right.
And stuff. So they'll lay the first of the lift on the other side. And then the next day, they'll come back in and put the top lift on. They're planning on getting all the way up to Safeway, maybe even past Safeway to, Mount Medicinals. And then pave on the other side in front of the, Sunshine, all the way to the bridge.
Oh,
And
cool.
then we'll just have that area in the park. And if you look in there, you'll already see they're already forming and pouring the curb
Yeah.
line in there.
So the bridge, is that the final layer, top layer of that bridge? It's all ribbed?
So it does get another layer.
It gets asphalt.
Okay,
That's what you
okay.
didn't? I told somebody today that was it. I thought they put the concrete
I
on.
was
that was
like,
the
this is
final
a
lap.
brand new bridge, it's all ribbed and wonky and weird.
So
No,
it
there's
doesn't-
a
okay.
layer of
That was
asphalt.
good.
That's
That's
good.
good. Somebody wrong.
I was like,
Gotta make it look pretty.
who did that?
Yeah, you have a question, they're building our street sweeper, this brings us back to mind, how long until we get it?
It'll be a couple.
It said 30 to 60 days.
Couple months
Place
still,
to
oh,
order.
really, okay. All right, but we should be tracking a whole lot less mud, onto the new pavement.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it'll all be covered.
Yeah.
And ACC will have their own sweepers to clean it up when they're
I
done.
don't keep the wind from blowing it from the next county over though.
Well, yeah.
Saw a post the other day that said, I washed my car and because of the construction, it's dirty again, right when I pulled out, it's like.
Well, if it's not construction, it'll be snow or something
Well,
else.
and it wouldn't have happened if there was a 50-mile-an-hour wind constant that day and, but
It's been
hey, we're
pretty
working
brutal.
through it, we're getting there. We did advertise for the Soda Creek project today, has been put out, so we're actively have that advertised
So but all the engineering, all that's done, right?
on Soda Creek.
Yeah, yeah. So we just need.
Yeah, it's,
What about design?
it's finally done, but we're probably gonna find some amendments that we're gonna have to do to it, but we needed to get it out to bid. And,
What about design and all that?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's all done. We were really working on a couple of design issues, but mainly the spec sheets. They were written and, opening us up for some pretty, Galliwanti of how somebody could do a project. We needed more detail, have traffic control, time, allowing people in and out of their properties, keeping access open and things like that, closing down the weekends. And the way that it was written left us wide open. Leave the ditches open, put some paper out, and go home for the weekend. We wanted to make sure that we had all the right specs in there to keep the project and keep the traffic.
We've learned a lot of lessons.
Yes,
Through the last
we
couple
have.
of years.
Okay, anything else for John? All right, Dan, you're up.
The mayor and council will refer you to my staff report with no request back.
Got a lot going on over there.
Been busy.
Yeah.
Going good though, thank you. We're gonna see a lot of
Excited about
savings.
this fruit cross,
We're
yeah.
really excited, yeah,
Very
it's running
cool.
good.
Nice.
Nothing else for Dan? All right, committee, so Friday, Bob and Tracy and myself will be going down to Boulder to receive the
Downtown Colorado.
Yeah.
DCI.
The award they gave you?
Yeah, the award they gave us.
Yeah.
That's not about me, it's being presented to me, but I'll tell you, as I say to everybody, this is a collaborative effort from all of us and input and getting direction to staff and the way the things and what we've been doing in the community. This is an award for all of us. It will stay here, it's not gonna go home. So I think it should be hung up here. So that'll be in Boulder.
Older.
We went to, I went to a historic preservation down in Trinidad. That was pretty interesting. So, a lot of it didn't really have to do with it. It's more about communities that have vacant buildings that need to be rehabbed.
Right.
We don't have that here. We're very fortunate that, everybody downtown here in our historic district have taken care of the buildings and made them look nice and kept them occupied. I think we only have one building that's been sitting there that doesn't have any.
Central City is really bad. They
We
only
are-
have their buildings are
Yeah.
unoccupied.
We are different than 95% of the little towns in Colorado. We are not struggling with vacant real estate.
We were, not too long
We
ago.
have.
Really?
We have.
Oh, we have. I remember
But,
counting 21 empty storefronts years
Oh,
ago.
Oh, wow.
Minor Street and both sides.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
It was, yeah, we've had our ups and downs, but right now, it's good times.
Good time.
We've done a good job keeping those buildings filled up and bringing in sales tax and haven't been a big turnover in businesses.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, I don't have anything else. Anything the council wants to share tonight?
Yeah,
Staff?
working on resurrecting the utility relief committee. Finally, Mike and I have struggled getting our time together, but it's forthcoming. He's had conflicts and I have too, but we have our notes from last year to refer to, so hopefully we'll have something for council to review in the next month.
Sounds good. Anybody else? Hearing none, it is 7:31, meeting adjourned.
Well, there's no record, but
Hey,
not
Ian, you
bad.
got just a second? I tried to call you, but I got that long voicemail that